Hey guys, real quick, I'm gonna show you something. Ha! Did that scare you? I hope it did. Anyways, happy Halloween everyone. I'm sure we all have our different ways of celebrating this spooky time, like kids going trick-or-treating, picking out what candy is the best, and also training them, and also going to events like a Halloween party, or a scary maze, or a haunted house. Yeah, that one sounds fun. But what gets more intriguing about this holiday, which I'm sure everyone else does around this time, horror movies. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of horror movies out there to get into this Halloween spirit, same with Halloween movies. Now, I'm sure there's a lot of movies to pick, but I can't really seem to think what comes to my mind right now. I'm sorry, I don't typically do this. Hold on, let me go check what they have. Well, it looks like he's gonna be gone for a while, but in the meantime, we have some suggestions for you. And I want to suggest Hereditary. It's about this family that just got back from their grandmother's funeral, and after that a lot of creepy stuff goes on, and I will say more, but that would contain spoilers. But I would recommend it because it's really scary and doesn't rely on jump scares.
I would recommend watching 2016's Hush. It's about a deaf author who lives alone in the woods, where a serial killer tries to break in. Don't forget to lock your doors and windows.
What I do recommend for a horror, well, not really horror, but I do recommend Edward Scissorhands. Sure, it's not scary or horror type, but it gives the Halloween vibe.
So if you're looking for something to watch on Halloween, I would definitely recommend Sinister. It's about a writer that discovers snuff films about the death of a family and moves his own family into the victim's house to try to solve the mystery. And then a bunch of scary stuff starts happening. It's really good.
So Halloween time is coming up, and my personal favorite movie to watch during this time is Monster House. Yes, an animated movie. It's fun for the whole family. It's got its little jokes here and there, and I think it's a good little storyline.
If you're looking for something to watch this Halloween, and horror movies aren't exactly something that you love, as in like horror base, and you want something with more action, then you should watch Doctor Strange Multiverse of Madness. This movie, obviously enough, isn't complete horror, but has some horror elements to it, which is why I suggest it, because me, myself, I am not a fan of horror movies, but this is probably one of my favorites that I would watch on Halloween.
If you're looking for something to watch on Halloween, then I'd recommend watching the Saw movies. Each movie has a number of people that go through games that decide whether or not they're going to live. If you love being on edge and having good plot twists, then these are the movies for you.
Well, if you're looking for something to watch on Halloween, then I would recommend Friday the 13th. This movie is a bone-chilling, on-ice thriller that'll frighten you to your bones. This movie follows Jason Voorhees, a mass killer who has childhood trauma and now cursed with his frightening abilities, now terrorizes the Camp Crystal Lake due to his past trauma and his love for his dear mama.
Well, if you're looking for a movie to watch this Halloween, why not check out The Frighteners? It's a horror comedy about this guy named Frank, where after his wife's death, later finds out he could communicate with the dead, an ability which he subsequently used to con people. But soon after is thrust into danger after a recent bout of mass murders, supposedly caused by the Grim Reaper, leading Frank to investigate the supernatural presence and catching the killer before it's too late.
Alright, I'm back, and I haven't really seemed to find any movie that really gets me into the Halloween spirit, but I'm sure there's people out there that might recommend something, but I did find this. Are you guys ready to see it? Well, I found